Hello everyone, how we doing today? My name is Lamoura, and welcome back to yet another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Online. We are here in Gridania for just a quick moment to get this mission from Mother Mion. Before we do anything, let's make sure we eat a boiled egg or two. Absolutely scrumptious, delicious. And then let's hit our minion roulette and see what we get for the day. Oh, hello baby. Little baby kitty. Alright, Mother Mio. I'm ready to get our next mission. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip. Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you've arrived, seek out Momo. Seek out Momo, the proprietress of the Quickstand. Think of her as the sultanate version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Niah, and good luck. Alrighty. Cool. Oh man, that just makes me feel wonderful. Alright, so, thing that we need to do is actually twofold in this episode. We hit level 20. Well, we're technically level 21 right now, but we have hit level 20, which means that we need to go do our class quest for level 20. Alright, here we are back at the Arcanist Guild. Let's see what our next class quest has for us. Pincer Maneuver. Acting Guildmaster Thub appears unusually distressed. Greetings, Niah. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts troubled. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Kelia does not. The Foreseer has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, this is not the case this day. Were the guild master here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Kilia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. Okay, Kelia is missing, and we are pulling out all the stops in order to find the girl. Alright, so we have to go through Hawker's Alley, which is the markets right over here, and see if we can find our missing person. I don't know who I need to ask. It looks like just one for right now. We may have to do more, but that's okay. Let's just sprint there until we get to the point we need to be. Dodo-zan. Alright, we'll talk to Dodo and see what this little Dodo has to say. You seek a Mikote agent of Milvan's Gate? Well, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. Ooh, she's been thrown in jail. The assessor was drilling me for details about the Kokuran smuggling ring based in Aleport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Ginade of the Coral Tower. Where the heck is that? Alright, so we have to go to the upper decks, which, luckily, we have an Aetherite Shard right here. Alright, I'll be right back when we hit the upper decks. Okay, so we're at the Marauders Guild. That's the closest place that we needed to be. I guess they're like the guards where the Yellow Jackets are mostly at. Oh, hey, there's my person. Actually, I don't know. Hold on, let's just double check. Okay, so exclamation point means new thing to get, and little arrow means advanced quest. Okay. Foreseer Kelia. Yes, we brought her in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Dazmaga. A member of the ancient guild, or the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Foreseer was once held captive by a rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Dazmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limso Laminsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading. And now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus we have hoped to borrow the knowledge of Foreseer Kelia, whose expertise have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forcia Achillia, I imagine she has already returned safely to your guild. Really? We just went back and forth just for all that? Great. Alright, I guess I'll be back in just a second. Here we go. Let's see what everyone else has to say. Hopefully she actually returned and it's not like, oh, go here now, go here. Oh my god, is that a little baby Fenrir? What is that little guy? It's a little baby Fenrir. Aw, so cute. Anyways, what you got, Thub? Back already, and you were led to believe she had returned here. I'm afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Dazmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Dazmaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirate's merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalling hold. Among those prisoners was a young Mikote destined for some black market auction block. Though Achillia was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Okay, not intimate. I was like, whoa, initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course, did you not mention that Killia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that the Kokarian merchant of Ilversphere has retrieved the black market goods of the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Foreseer's most prized possession was caught up in the Kokarian salvage net. I have no doubt now that Killia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Niah. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. Bouncing all over the place for these quests, but it's alright. I'll see you guys in just another second. Alright, we've reached the Aleport, and it looks like we need to go down to the docks right over here. I'm actually going to refresh my map, and actually, I can't tell if it's up or down. I think it's down, but we might be doing alright. Let's just see. I don't see anyone here. Okay. So it's below us somewhere. I can't jump over this. Alright, we'll have to go the long way then. I think I know where she is. I think. But I may be reading this map wrong. If I'm not mistaken, there should be a jail cell right around this corner. She's probably in there. Oh no, she's just outside of it, talking to this Kokarian. Okay. Well, at least we found her. Yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Niah, it's good to see you come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that that the trader who salvaged the Morningstar's jettisoned cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Lominson law and policies of Mielvan's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against the Black Marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Quay. I don't know, Quay. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I. It's time I gathered to me as such allies as I possess. What? And I count you as one of them, Niah. I think she's just saying I need to call upon friends. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Miss Thub has offered me her cooperation. If you would, pray join her at Oseron's Embrace. That is where we shall ambush the disreputable Kokarian. Cat's got my tongue today. Alright, so the question is, where is this? And how far? That is in Lower Lenoska. This is literally bouncing me all across. We've gone like bump, 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 bump. Like, come on. This is ridiculous. I haven't gotten the one at the Mulby Docks. I'm an idiot. Dang it, I hate myself so much right now. Alright, fine. Yo. So I'm on a Chocobo. I ordered a Chocobo Porter because I went down to activate this Aetheryte even though my mission's up here. And I felt like this would be a bit quicker than running, using my sprint every, what, 60 seconds? Not even 30 seconds. I just wanted to get back to this area as quickly as possible, and I miss having a Chocobo, so we got on one. Thankfully, I only paid like a very few amount of gil. Like, I think it was only like 4 gil or something like that, which was ridiculous. Anyways, our Guildmaster Thub is over here for the next part of our mission. Greetings, Niah. Your arrival completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Gilia's arrival. Once the Kukiran appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the 2 allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. The Pincer Maneuver was, naturally, the Foreseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Kukiran is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue, so avoid attracting attention. But do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance. They will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellowjackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Achilles' sake. In any case, the Foreseer's tactics account for a limited number of individual strength. Victory is all but assured. Now, let us take up our positions and wait for the Kukiran to arrive. Oh, there's my destination. All right. Let's get him with an ambush. I like it. I like it a lot. Using tactics that are considered guerrilla. Ooh, sync level 24. We should be fine. And here we go. The battle for the Grimoire commences. I don't know who to attack first, to be honest with you, so we'll just attack anybody. Let's get the archer back there. We'll go for the archers. And we'll use Drain Touch and start using our attacks here. And we'll take care of things pretty well. I'm actually going to, if you know what I mean, get a shield out here. We're getting hit. Oh, and it looks like we have some people here who are willing to help, maybe some conjurers. So if that's the case and they're willing to heal me, or maybe not. Maybe it's once I get a little bit lower. I was going to say we might be able to get away with going back to our other Carby. But it's okay. We'll chill. Oh, I think there's some dudes coming up behind us. I should probably use energy drain over here. Alright, get that stuff back. Okay, there's a bunch of dudes over here. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill with my bud. There's too much going on right now. Oh, I never got a miasma out. I should probably do that. Alright, so we do have a conjurer who is willing to heal, which is really nice. But there's just a lot going on right now that I'm not sure. Like, we're able to handle alright. I mean, we're doing it, but someone over here is getting hurt. And there's a bunch of stuff still going on over here that I wish wasn't going on anymore. Alright, so let's get them with this. Oh, this guy's going down next. Our guildmaster or somebody is actually doing a pretty good amount of damage. Ooh, they have a healer? I don't know. Someone looks like someone's getting healed around here. I don't know who it is, though. Who's healing them? Because they need to stop it. Alright, let's do an energy drain and a fend off on this guy. Kill him, finally. Oh, there's more? Oh my god, this is a battle that never freaking ends. Lord have fucking mercy. Alright, let's help out our guys down over here. I think I see the one who's doing the healing. Or at least I thought I did. Let's get this going. One of those. Alright. We'll help out our guild master there. They're not doing as well anymore. Dude, this is a crazy battle. One I was not expecting. It's kind of cool, though. Alright, who's next? You? Oh, you're dead. It don't even matter, because you're dead. Alright, let's use our energy drain. And since he's got his thing on, we've used Fens. Alright, we can use a Fend on this person as well. Hit them with our Carby's attack. They should go down. Sweet. And we're just about done. Beautiful. Is that it? Did we do it? No? Yes? Maybe so? Oh, we have to go. Look what's in the cart. Okay. I was like, maybe there's more guys coming up, but I think we're alright. I think we did quite enough damage already. Alright, we got the Grimoire. Sweet! Now what do we do? Who do we turn into? Duty complete. There it is. Nice and easy. That's right, we are in an instance, so. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my Grimoire? Niah, pray hand over the tome. It's ruined. My wonderful Grimoire is ruined. The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. I have never felt so defeated. I believe it is time I returned home. Oh, Kilia, no. Leave her be. But how can I? He is right, Shota. You must allow Kilia time to process the loss. And you have other matters in which you must attend. Come, Niah, it is time we return to the guild as well. Oh man, we went through all that trouble, and her precious grimoire was ruined. That's so sad. The one that she got from the guildmaster. Man, poor girl. Okay, we're back at the guild. Let's wait for the guildmaster to load back in. Not quite the victory we imagined, was it? The moment Kilia beheld her soaked and tattered grimoire, you could see the light of hope die in her eyes. There is, however, something we can do. I will call upon your aid soon, but in the meantime, you would be well served to deepen your knowledge of Arcanema. Okay, nothing here of worth. We do get a new grimoire, though. So, let's equip that, make sure that we have it on hand, update our gear set, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, I am also now going to port over to Ul'dah so we can go to our next story mission. I know, I'm sorry that was a 20-minute intermission, but hopefully we can finish off this episode with the next dungeon. Alright, to Ul'dah we go! Here we are, at the steps of Nald. Here in Ul'dah. And our quest is right over here. Momodi. Hello, girl. What kind of quest do you have for us today? Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Niah Lalel by any chance? Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all this way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Alright, do I get anything good? No, nothing good. Alright, into a copper hell. So this, I think it's the Copperbell mines is the one. So Momodi is waiting for you to, waiting to brief you on task. Okay. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who would be handling your petition is here. So, this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, milady. I am Papashan, formerly of Sultan Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhaps you'd like to appraise Niah of her mission? Or prize? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Magina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. Yep, so Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hectoncheres, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which serves to imprison them, now patrol the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hectoncheres to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hectoncheres, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath the 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet a rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell as long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is a task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. So you want me to kill some innocent creatures that you enslaved? God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell Mines is in the Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Magina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa. He knows the Copperbell Mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this mission, to be perfectly honest with you. These guys are the ones who enslaved... What is going on here? Saucy. He's like trying to hide her, like, nothing to see here. Looking for Painted Mesa, you found him. So, you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I hope you've got the skills to go with him, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hectoncheres left the place in right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Umbral Dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyways. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rocks for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing with the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches keeping watch over the entrance in case of the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nations resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay, let's see. We have to go to Western. I have not, unfortunately, gotten that, so we have a bit of a walk to go ahead of us here. Can I exit through here? Yes, I can. Alright, well, this is not my my favorite mission, to be honest with you. Everyone else and everything else I understood. You know, stop the uprising of some crazy cult. Got it. I'm all on board. Let's do it. I will do it at least 3 times if you need me to. But something about stopping the oppression, the rage that these guys felt because of the slavery that they were forced into. I'm not feeling too great about this one, my friends. Let me tell you that much, at least. Well, there's nothing to be done about it. We have to do the mission, so there's really nothing that can be said. But I guess this is the first time that we get to see Thanalan. We've never really been here, just mostly in Ul'dah, seeing the nice stone walls surrounding us. But the outside area has a beauty in its own right. While not outright being the most colorful and luscious place, it's definitely got its own charm to it, I would say. At least I think so. I don't know how everyone else feels, but that's how I feel. Alright, there should be a chocobo porter somewhere. What's this? Oh, okay, that's for finding some of the housing. That we did one of those already, so I'm not going to do another one here with you. Alright, we need to go up and around, so we need to cross the bridge and then go. So the chocobo porter is all the way down here. I'm not going to go down there just to hire a chocobo. That's ridiculous. We'll hoof it. We'll go on foot. Unfortunately, it is just a bit of a hike, but it ain't nothing that we haven't encountered before. Can I make that? Oh, I can. Alright, let's see if we can avoid these desert, whatever they are. God, I want that guy so bad. I'm like 5 more little dudes away. Or whatever. Currency. Whatever it's called. In order to get them. I just gotta do it. I've been doing a lot of the PvP. It's just like draining on me. I just like don't want to do it anymore, but sometimes you just gotta push through, you know? Sometimes you just gotta push through. Okay, so we made it to the Copperbell mines. We should have plenty of time to do this dungeon. Yeah, if we go a little over, I'm sorry, but this one should be relatively quick. None of them are particularly hard or long. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who volunteered to quill the headstone cherries? I didn't think that Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see them, the better. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Alright, Copperbell Mines is now active. We will join a party. There is more than one party looking, so hopefully as a DPS we won't have to wait too long. But I'll come back when this quest pops. Alright, here we are in Copperbell Mines. Duty just popped, so we are gonna get ready. Looks like nope. Everyone else is sinking down. I don't know who's new to this duty or not, but... Alright, let's just get our skills going. as normal, we keep on just doing the same old thing. I should probably summon my Carby so that we are doing the most amount of damage as we can here. I think I forgot to get them out in the last one for quite a while. I don't want to do that again. Alright, let's use another Fester here now that we have that. Our energy drain is still on cooldown, so we probably won't get it before we kill this little Spriggan. It's alright. Who do we have as a healer? Do we have another astrologian as a healer? Insane. Oh, no. Nope. We don't. Yes, we do. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, everyone going down further and further. It's pretty much the name of the game. So with this one, you have to go around killing certain enemies and finding what you guess you would call... Oh, he's gonna pull multiple. Okay. What is it trying to say? Oh, fire sands. There's fire sand that you need to pull. Okay, he didn't get the anonymity that we would want here. So we want to get whoever the tank is fighting here. Make sure that we are fighting that one person and not anyone else, so that we get the proper damage out here on everybody. All right, and now I'm gonna back up just a little bit more so that we aren't taking all the damage in the world. All right, we'll go for this one next. Another Spriggan just got added to the fights, which is okay. We'll handle it. Alright, so someone else is once again fighting something that's not part of the main group, which does get rather annoying that people do that as much, especially when it's the DPS, because the tanks can do a good amount of damage, but they aren't the main damage dealers, so if we're not all kind of playing it together, it can get rather annoying, but it's okay, we're managing. So the main point of this dungeon is to defeat the big troll golems or whatever is actually coming out of this mine here. And in order to continue going further, we need to find some what is called fire sands, which will allow us to use the blasting cables or plungers that are found all throughout the dungeon. And once we have those, we'll be able to advance further. They essentially work as doors that will block us, or gates, or whatever you want to call them. Oh, we just leveled up. So we need to continue winding our way through, and then we'll kind of see more things that are happening in the dungeon as we continue on. Alright, before we get too... I wanted to get an energy drain out, but it's okay. I'll get it on whoever we're going to fight here next. Alright, who's he? He's getting... Who are you targeting? This guy. Alright, let's get an energy drain. Let's go with a Carby whatever move. I'm not too concerned as far as using Fester all the damn time. Like, it's not... Why can't I... Oh, because I'm not clicked on someone. Oops, that was my bad. It's one thing I want to do as much DPS as I can, clearly. Oh, there's one behind us. Interesting. But sometimes my character just, like, gets off of targeting, and it gets really annoying. And I feel bad, because I want to be doing more. But my character's like, nah, we're good. Don't worry about it. Got the miasma. Yeah, we should just finish this one off. We probably shouldn't even put the dots on them, but whatever. We'll do it. I really should just learn, like, that's not the end-all, be-all for every single fight that we have. Alright, are you going to pull more? Nope, we're just going to do the one. Nope, he's pulling more. Alright, let's put the dots on this one then, at the very least. We should be able to get off one of these. I don't need to use energy drain, so I'm not worried, so we'll just use a Fester. Looks like we're going for this one next. Alright, we'll throw in miasma. This one will go down relatively easily, so we shouldn't have to worry about it too much with everyone focusing on DPS there. Cool. So this, it's relatively easy, as you can tell. There's nothing as far as hard mechanics that we need to focus on. I'm just going to go grab this fire sands while the tank is pulling. Nope. Their healer had the same idea. Alright, who we all focusing on, huh? This Spriggan. Okay. Just want to make sure I knew who we were going after. Alright. Do a little bit of AoE over there as well, which is always nice. Oh. Alright, and then we should be able to get a Fester off on this guy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get my two Aetherflow stacks here going. So we have a Fire Sand now, which is really nice, and you'll see right up here, this text that's floating, there is a blasting cap. So I will put the Fire Sand over here. Oops, 12 ounces. So we need to find another thing of Fire Sand. Okay, so he just found it. It was sitting behind us. I always forget that there's two. You need multiple ounces. So then, since it's been placed, we'll use the blasting device and work our way through. See, it's as simple as that. That's pretty much the majority of the dungeon. And now we have entered into a interesting little area. This is just a continuous gauntlet of enemies that are coming through. They'll spawn from here. They will spawn from there. And then they will spawn up top from over here. It's relatively easy if we just kind of coordinate. If the monk and the tank would stay over there, the astrologian and I could take care of everything kind of that's happening here instead of everyone bouncing to and fro. It'd be much easier if they just stayed still, but it's okay. See, if the pugilist was over there as well, we would have been able to get these two before they got too far. But it's not hard. Like, there's nothing hard about this at all. Just be aware that, you know, this is one of those things. Alright, is this flame guy coming down? Can't get him just yet because he's not in my line of sight. You do have to be careful with these flame battle guys. They do have a pretty damaging effect, like a, what would you call it, like a blast radius that you need to be careful of. So just be aware, like, you want to kill them relatively quickly. Otherwise they can do some pretty decent damage to your party. Alright, we'll get a Carby little thing there, do a little extra damage. Eventually this will lead into a boss fight, so you just kind of have to survive as it is right now. Eventually the boss will spawn up here and come on down. Alright, our monk isn't paying attention. There he is. So Kotos, that is the boss. He's not particularly difficult or anything like that. I don't even think he spawns any like ads or anything like that, so we'll be fine here. With everyone doing what they need to, he goes down super fast. Alright, we'll get one more Fester on him. And before we end this, I'm just going to get my Aetherflow stacks back so that by the time he goes down, which should be any second now, we'll be set for the next fight. Cool. So we have a tiny key and a treasure coffer. Make sure that you grab both for sure. So let's see. We have Plunder Goggles. Those are for war. I'm not going to take them because we actually have 2 warriors on our team. If our other DPS was like a Thaumaturge, I might actually greed that and see what we can get, but there's really no point. Looks like our Astrologian is willing to go further on. You don't need to fight these guys here. There's another lift coming up here in just a second. We can literally just run right past it. But extra XP is extra XP. Alright, and I'm actually going to do something real quick. While these guys are doing that, I'm going to just grab this treasure coffer because I'm a greedy son of a bitch like that. Alright, cool. And away we go. Onto the lift, make sure everyone is on before you activate it so that we can all go together and not get separated. Haven't had it happen yet. Usually people are pretty nice and waiting. I don't think anyone's actually gotten like that lost in this area before. Not that I've seen, at least. I'm actually going to whoever this pugilist is going for. Oh, we only have one, so it's not that bad. So he's grabbing that. That's a powder chamber, so what we need to do is continue down with the group. And who are we fighting here? This blasting cap, alright. So yeah, we need to find some more 12 ounces of the blasting powder. It comes in 2 varieties of 6 ounces, so we need to find 2 separate little things there. Alright, let's get this errant one. He should be going down relatively quickly, especially with dots and everything going on. What's this one? Faint. That must be something that the Astrologian puts on. I've never seen that before. Oh, there's a treasure coffer over there. I don't really care. These guys are just going to keep on going. Alright, and then once we finish this one, we'll have the other 6 ounce, and we can go back to the blasting cap pretty easily. Alright, let's go with whoever the pugilist is. See, the pugilist goes after whoever he wants, not who the tank is fighting. That is just not really the way that you should be doing it, but it's okay. We'll manage. Alright, now let's go with who the tank is fighting. I'll get a Fester going. See, once again, Pugilist going just for whoever. It's not a competition, my dude. It's not who kills the most amount of enemies or anything. Alright, so we should have all of the ounces that we need. So we'll just put the stuff right here. 12 ounces down. Someone else is waiting for the blasting device. There we go. Activated, and kaboomy. Now, is this where... No, not quite yet. So we have a little bit of fire sand here that we'll pick up. Tank's got that. We're coming up to one of the mini-bosses here. This one does actually employ some mechanics that we need to pay attention to. Hopefully everyone knows them. Essentially, Tank is going to pull aggro, and no one else is going to attack anything. Especially, don't attack the bombs. Already... Okay, so someone else put it. Don't attack the cap. Don't attack... Hey, boy, don't attack the cap, please. See, what's happening here is... Hold on, I'm going to put steady on our guy here. He's attacking the cap, and we need that cap to blow up on this guy. So if he kills it too early, and the cap doesn't get its blast off, we can't damage this thing at all. So we just need to make sure, as a healer, that A, the tank stays alive throughout this process, because he'll activate this, the blasting cap will come out, and once it explodes, it will... stop attacking. Okay. So yeah, it will explode and it will damage this. You need to do it 3 times. During those times, one of these Spriggans will come through and it will try to attack the blasting cap so it can't explode. You need to kill it before it does that so that you can get these things down. Okay, so yeah, we're just explaining the mechanics here. He's asking why. No one's ever explained it to him. It needs to explode so it can actually start attacking. Now we can start going through and using our attacks here. These guys are relatively weak. Just goes down like super easy. No big deal here. So yeah, we're just explaining it to him. You can't get mad at people who don't know the mechanics because we never explained it or anything. It is nice if you say, like, hey, this is my first time, are there any mechanics I need to be aware of? Just so everyone knows what's going on. Otherwise, you have situations just like that. But it is what it is. It's not that big a deal. We made it through. Person figured it out as well. And now, from ever on, they'll know that there was a mechanic for that fight and not to attack the cap. So... you know, some people get really toxic about it, even though, like, I might have somewhat sounded frustrated. I'm really not. It's just one of those things, like... I'm trying to word this nicely. I've had troll members before who purposely make it their mission to make the dungeons difficult, and that's not fun for people when you have one of those party members. So I always like to... Where's our monk? Oh, he's here. I was like, what the heck? He just disappeared on me. Oh, let's get the right guy. Let's help our guys out. So yeah, it's not fun when you have people who are like purposely trying to ruin everyone else's enjoyment. It doesn't happen often, but it has happened enough for me to make mention of it. So if I at least explain someone and they ask the question, I was like, oh, why? And they're not just going like, omega lols. Then you can't be mad. It's someone's new. I mean, not everyone has the foresight or the want to go look for outside research onto dungeon bosses and mechanics before they get in there. I just happen to be one of those people, like, I don't like doing stuff without knowing what I'm doing. You know, I need to know the minutia, like the second to second, what questions to ask, where to step, what skills to use where. And it's not just in games, it's in life as well. Like, I get really nervous when I have to do something new that I've never done before. It makes me very anxious. So I always like to know, like, step by step, what I need. Ask me, like, who do I talk to? What questions may they ask, sort of deal. So I take that philosophy into this game as well. Alright, and here we are at the boss. This is a relatively easy. I'm just going to ask the party if they want to just burn the boss. We might need to explain that to the monk as he watches the cutscene. Essentially, just attack the boss. Like, don't worry about any of the additional forces or anything like that. It's just gonna drag out this fight for no reason whatsoever. Like, if you can just kill the boss before he has any chance. So the tank is going to pull him off into the corner. This is the ideal. The tank knows what he's doing, which is really nice. I'm actually going to switch over to my single attacker carbuncle, since we're not worrying about aggroing any other additional forces here. We just want the single target, and we'll just leave it at that. I should probably get another energy drain here, so that before... Oh, they wear it off. Okay. Let's get our dots back. And then let's use our Fester. So yeah, we're just trying to avoid these additional forces that he's bringing out, because there's no point in even trying, to be honest with you. We can just burn this boss down. Essentially, these guys will go to the walls, they'll ignore all the other party members, they'll break down these walls and add more adds into the fight. You just don't want them to do that, because if they do, that can, I guess, if you're low level, really hurt you. I'm not quite sure. I've never let the ads get that far, to be honest with you. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I used something when I shouldn't have. Alright, let's just use our thing. I'm not quite sure if he's going to use it, so I'm just going to just end this fight that much quicker. Alright, we got that, and we can Fester him. The Pugilist should have been using it, to be honest with you, but it doesn't look like he was, so we're going to use it instead. Alright, cool. So that's done. Commendation's over. Let's give it to the tank. The Astrologian, unfortunately, has left way too early. So, yeah. Alright, let's give it to the loot. Let's see. There's Disciple of Magic, so I will read that. And we will exit out. Nice, easy dungeon. Nice and fun. And, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, normally I would end this episode by making sure we finish the quest, and we're not starting with any story quests unfinished for the next episode, but I know what's about to happen. As you can see, there's a glow, so there's an instance about to go on, and if I remember correctly, there's a whole situation that happens. So I'm not going to finish this quest just yet. We'll pick it up in the next episode for fear of running over time. We're already at 48 minutes, so thank you for joining me. I really hope you guys enjoy this episode today and are looking forward to plenty more. We're well on our way through the main story quest here of Final Fantasy XIV Online patch 5.2 before the patch 5.3 comes out and they reduce the number of main story quests there are. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Peace out and much love to you.